You're good morning, good evening, and good night to everybody out there. My name is Erica Amanda, and if this is your first time watching one of my videos, thank you so much for being here. Oh my god, I love you already. And if this is not your first time being here, what's happening, fool? What's up? How you been? Thank you for coming back. So for today, we're going to be getting into look number 2 of the fall series, and I'm feeling green. I'm feeling green. No, I'm not sick. Doing frick. I want some green on my eyes. I want green vibes. I want that. Oh, that rhyme. Sign me. That's what I think we're gonna get into today. I'm feeling the green. I want green gold. I want the green gold warmth. I want that today. And so I hope you guys will stick around and watch this video. But yeah, this is basically a really short intro. I don't know what else to say. Here's about it. So if you would like to see a green look for fall, please stay tuned as we will get into it right now. Without further ado, y'all already know how we do. We're gonna get into the fall series look number 2. This is green vibes, green vibes, green vibes, green vibes. Hey, green vibes, green vibes. Yes, girl. So this is a look I'm really excited to do because I've actually done a lot of variations of this look with different colors for different vibes. I feel like you can do this look pretty much for every season or every occasion, I guess. It all depends on, I guess, the transition colors you want to use, or like highlight colors, like inner corner highlight colors or whatever. We're gonna first start with some primer. I'm using my NYX Angel Veil primer. This is a skin perfecting primer, and we're gonna prime my face. It's on my ear. Oh, it's on my ear. Well, I guess they're getting primed too. I guess. Next thing I want to do are my brows. So I'm going to grab the NYX Professional Makeup Micro Brow Pencil. This is in the shade Espresso. Gotta brush them up a bit. Did y'all take notes from my last video about what to do and what not to do with your brows? I'm just asking. So because this eye look that I'm gonna do is gonna be a bit more on the dramatic side, I wanna do my brows a little bit softer, I guess, because I want all the attention to really be on my eyes and not everywhere else. So I'm going in with light strokes. Whenever you do your brows, you kind of want to make sure you're using a light hand. Draw little tiny lines. That way you're more in control of whatever you're using. And make sure to hold it like almost at the end or like in the middle. I feel like if you hold it like this, there's gonna be a greater chance that you're gonna be using a heavier hand if you hold it like right here versus if I hold it right here. Whenever you're doing your brows, you kind of have to just give yourself kind of free will to mess up and like try again, because you really can't be too serious when you're doing your brows. Like, don't get me wrong, yeah, you want to do it right, but your brows are not in no way, shape, or form going to be perfect. Like, your brows aren't supposed to be perfect. They're not supposed to be identical. They're literally supposed to be sisters, not twins. Trust me, trust me, trust me. I'm telling you this. My brows ain't perfect. I know for a fact my brows ain't perfect. My brows are not perfect, okay? My brows ain't even done. You really just have to try and work with what you have. Perfect what you have. Don't make it perfect, if that makes sense. Learn what looks good on you, because certain arches look good on certain people and definitely don't look good on other people. Like, I've seen people who can really rock a skinny brow. That ain't working on me or other people. Like, it just doesn't work for certain people, you know? If anything, what I like to do is I like to fill them out and make them look kind of fluffier, and then go in with the concealer and clean it up a bit, so that way it makes your brows look a lot better than you thought they were going to when you first started out. But it all takes patience. So please, I beg, don't fret. To conceal my brows, I'm going to be taking the LA Girl Pro Conceals, the HD concealer, and this is going to be in the shade Warm Honey. I'm going to use that to conceal under my brows, and then I'm actually going to go in after and use it to conceal my eyelids for this shadow business. So I figured I'll walk y'all through what I just did on this brow over here. Basically, I get some concealer from the back of my hand, right? I like to put it on the back of my hand so that I can just easily access it and I don't have to continuously going back and like grabbing more product. And what you want to do, you kind of want to look at the line, the bottom line that you created. You see? With whatever you use, like the pomade, the eyeshadow, the brow pencil, whatever you use. And you want to go not on top of it, but like directly under it. See? So then you can create that contrast between the light, which is the concealer that you're using, and the dark, which is the line that you created with whatever brow product it was that you used. And the same thing, you see where my hand is on the brush. We not all the way down here, not back here. You have no control over this, right? Like in the middle, light hold. And you want to slowly just follow the line of your brow until you get the shape that you want. There you go. Now what I do is I drag some concealer down under, kind of just paint the rest down here, paint in that space. And after I take my fingers, whichever one, and I blend it out. And then I'll take one of my fingers which doesn't have like that much product on it. I'll kind of almost brush the concealer up into it to give it more of a subtle front so you don't have the like sharp edges. And I'll go back in with the spoolie that was on the end of my brow pencil and I brush it out. That way we look naturals more in the front. And the great thing about concealer is just because you put the concealer on, it doesn't mean you're done. If you don't like what you created, go back, grab whatever you use to go through your brows and literally fill it out, right? So like if I brought this up, I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna show y'all. If I do that, all I have to do is tap it a bit, make sure it's not wet, dry it down a bit, and then go back in with my brow pencil and literally go right over that spot. And there you go. All right, and now we're gonna take brush concealer, pat a little bit on my lids so I can give all that shadow something to stick to. Now the important thing to remember here, and I'm kind of almost breaking my own rule by doing this. Yes, I'm talking to y'all with one eye closed. Doing for it. There used to be a time where people used to set this with like setting powder or with like a neutral shadow or whatever, but I don't think people do that anymore, or not really do it anymore. I definitely don't do it anymore. One of the things you definitely don't want to do after you do this is look up, because then you're going to crease it, right? You're going to crease this base that you just created, and you don't really want to do that. So me, I'm looking directly straight kind of, but I could still make some creases, so I'm trying to pat this over again. You want to keep your eyes either straight or like down. So now that we have finished that, I'm going to be starting off with the Jaclyn Aina palette. I haven't used this color yet, so I want to see what it does. We're going to go in with edges. Edges is more like an orange, and I do want that warmth with the green that I'm already going to use. We're going to go in with that color, and I'm going to sweep it in my crease. For my next color, I'm going to go right above that with a color from the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to go in with the color Creamsicle, which is this yellow color up here. Now, this color does look a little light to me, and I don't know if it's going to kind of throw off the color that I just put on, but we will see, and if anything, I'm going to change it up later. Okay, so for the next color, I am going to cop into the greens. Baby, we're gonna take this dark green color right here. This is called Enchanted, and I'm gonna use that to go on the inner corner right here and the outer corner of my eye. We're gonna do a halo eye. If you don't know what a halo eye is, it basically, I mean, I guess you could say it looks like a halo in the middle. I guess because the middle is lighter. I don't know. That's what we're gonna be going for today. What I'm gonna try to do is try to bring in the green up a bit and in more, so that when I put the topper that I have, it's gonna look real nice. I'm gonna take a denser brush, a small denser brush. I'm gonna be using the other side of the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush that I had from earlier. Now, because this is a darker color, you do have to be careful. Before I finish this eye, I'm going to walk you through what I kind of did. For this eye, I'm not gonna lie, it did take me quite a bit longer than I thought it was actually gonna take me. The blending definitely took the most time, but if you want it to look nice, you gotta blend it, you know? I'm going to go in Enchanted, that's that green color right there. Tap, tap, tap. And I'm literally taking the color and tapping it into the outer corner of my eye and kind of bringing it up just a bit to where the crease is, not above the crease, and just making sure the color is just very defined in it. Then I'm gonna go back in and we're gonna go in the inner side. I'm not gonna go all the way into my tear duct area, but I do want that color to be in the inner corner, or as far as possible in the inner corner. And just like I did with the outside, we're gonna bring it up almost to where you meet in the middle. But I don't meet in the middle until I've taken off the excess on both corners of my eyes. And we're still patting. I have not added any more product to this. We're still just patting off the color that was on the brush. getting the shape that I want and leaving that space in the middle. Now, if you were patient enough with me to get to this part of the video, then I hope you're patient enough to get through the blending process, because now we gotta blend it. Okay, so I'm gonna take the other side of the brush, the fluffier side. Didn't add anything more to it. I'm literally going to just blend that area between the green and edges. I'm gonna go back into edges and I'm gonna go right in that same spot that I was earlier. Next thing I'm gonna do is gonna go back into the emerald green and we're gonna add more of that color. This is where you start to play around with what you really want for your look and how blended you actually want it to be. Because all you're basically gonna be doing is reapplying color, blending, reapplying color, blending, until you get something that you like. I'm gonna go back and blend. Now what I did on the side that I don't want to forget to mention is I went into my Jaclyn Hill palette and I grabbed that color Hunts. It's that burnt orange color. Went in with the blending brush, tapped off some, and I went right over where the green and edges are supposed to blend. I blended that in there. And by doing so, I'm gonna add a lot more dimension to my lid. And from here on out, you're kind of just adding and blending until you get something that you like. If you think you're missing the green, add more green. If you think there's too much, blend it away. I also went back into that creamsicle color to blend around the edges, just in case anything got up there. And now that I got something that I kind of like, the star of this video, this is the Fenty Beauty Killawatt highlighter, the Freestyle highlighter, and this one is in the shade Trophy Wife. If you don't remember which one Trophy Wife was, Trophy Wife was that yellowish green color that like everybody wanted, and it was a color that you really had to use very sparingly because it went everywhere. We're gonna go in with it, and this I'm going to be using in the middle of my lid, and I actually hope this looks good because I did not plan this out. So if this does not look nice, well, let me show you what this looks like. Now, I broke it, so she's crushed, but I still use it. Yes, I will. So there we go. That is Miss Trophy Wife. I don't know if you guys can you zoom in? No? Okay. Actually, let me see if you guys can put some off. I'm really scared to do this. I'm gonna pat this on first. Let me see what it does when I use my finger. See, that's a little better. That's a little better. So that's the game plan. I'm gonna put some on with a brush and then I'm gonna go in with my finger later on. And then because this color literally spreads everywhere, this is very easy for me to literally just manipulate it and move it to where I want, so that literally you get a view of it from every angle. So there you have it, guys. The eyes are basically done, right? We still gotta do the inner corner highlight and underneath the eyes, but for this portion we're basically done. So I'm gonna get right into my face. I'm going to take my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. It's the full coverage foundation, and this is in the shade Mocha. I'm gonna go in with the LA Girl Pro Conceal that I was using earlier in the shade Warm Honey. I'm gonna go in and set that with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. This is in the shade Deep. I'm going to use an eyeshadow or a couple of eyeshadows to contour. I'm going to go into the Morphe 35C palette that I have, and I'm going to go between these two colors right here. Now I'm going to go and sweep off all the excess powder that I have on my face. For my blush, I'm going to go back into that 35C palette. I'm going to grab that orange color right here. For highlight, I'm going to take the Fenty Beauty Killawatt Foil Highlight Palette, and I'm going to go in with Honey Slope, which is that color right there. I'm going to take my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk, and I'm just going to go in my waterline. So for the shadow underneath, I'm gonna go back in with Emerald, and we're going to place it right underneath that white line. I'm gonna go right in under that color with the color Hunts right there. For the inner corner highlight, I'm going back into the Jaclyn Aina palette, and I'm going to grab Sponsored. So this is more on the darker side of fall, but I don't mind it. Next, I'm going to spray down my face with my Morphe setting spray. Hopefully there's anything left in this. For my lashes, I'm going to go in with the Kiss Faux Mink Couture lashes. This is in the style Muse. Hopefully they decide to cooperate today. I got 2 at once. Taking the Maybelline Great Lash in the shade Blackest Black, I'm going to do my lower lashes, and then I'm going to blend my lashes to my lashes. Yeah, that makes sense. And now for the lips, I'm going to go into the combo that I love the most. I'm pretty sure I did this one in the first video that I did. It is the Maybelline SuperStay Matte Ink in the shade Protector and the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in the shade Sandstorm. And then we're going to go on top of it with my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. I think it's called Fenty Glow. I think it's in the shade Fenty Glow. And we are all done. So guys, here is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. This is fall look number 2 of the fall series. It's more on the darker side, I think, but if you're not afraid to go for those dark colors and you're not afraid to, you know, show and wear colors, I think this is a look that you can definitely wear. Like I said before, I love using greens. I love greens, and so I definitely want to do something that wasn't just only green, you know. It kind of used some burnt oranges, some mustard tones in there, played around with some gold. I promise you, I did not know how this look is going to turn out, but I think I like it so much. For me personally, for this look, I think I want to just focus more so on the eyes. I think using all these colors together works really, really well. I'm really surprised by it. Some tips for this look, I would say don't be afraid to hop into the greens or the dark colors. If you want to try with, you know, a different color scheme, don't be afraid to hop into it. My only suggestions would be make sure you blend, because that's really what makes this look, you know, takes it to the next level. Another thing, when you start with the darker colors, make sure you're using a smaller brush. The bigger the brush, the bigger the mistakes you'll probably make with a darker color. But take it one step at a time, try your best, and honestly just have fun with this entire thing, because that's basically what this is for me. This is having fun. This is sitting in front of a camera and literally just seeing what I'm gonna do today. With that being said, I really, really, really hope you guys like watching this video. I hope you come back for another video, and as always, bye. What me say? Don't fret.